Good day. In this video tutorial, we're going to be looking at how to extract our two-dimensional foundation plan from our 3D drawings, as well as how to extract a two-dimensional floor plan from our superstructure 3D. In order to do that, however, the first one I'm going to be extracting is going to be my foundation plan. But on screen, my foundation footing in purple are barely visible, and so I'm going to be making some changes to that layer. I'm going to be changing that to perhaps a yellow that would be displayed on screen quite brightly. So to do that, I'm going back into my layer and I'm going for my foundation slab. I'm going to be changing that to a yellow, and let me give it OK. Now my foundation slab color has changed. Alright, now what I'm going to be doing as well is to select on the foundation slab, and I'm going to my properties, and I'm going to be changing to layer to my foundation slab layer. Alright, now if you notice, my color has changed, as well as my line type has also changed to the preset hidden detail type. Alright, now to extract our 2D foundation plan, all that is required is just to copy. So let us make a copy of the 3D. So let us make encompass the entire drawing. Give an enter, and let's copy this downwards to perhaps this area here. Let's give an escape, and let us bring our copy into focus. Alright, now I'm going to be using this copy as my 2D, while I'm going to be using this one to be connected to the 3D superstructure. I'm going to explode this copy that I've made, thereby rendering it back to its 2D characteristics. So I'm going to be removing its height, and so we give an explode, and I'm going to be selecting the entire object, which is this one. When I give an OK, you would have noticed on my 3D side that my once 3D foundation footing is now converted into a two-dimensional drawing. Alright, and so we're going to be leaving the annotations for another time. For now, I'm just extracting the views. Alright, so now I have extracted my 2D foundation footing from my 3D. Now, in order to extract the floor plan, however, there are certain layers that will not be required in copy. For example, our floor plan will not necessarily be showing our sloped roof, and so from our layers manager, I'm going to be turning off my A roof layer. No need to display the roof. I'm going to also turn off my A roof slab. No need to display the slab on the floor plan. My A slab, which is my floor, no need to display that either. Alright. What is left are basically those that are required to be displayed on a floor plan. I'm now going to be making a copy of this superstructure. So again, I go copy, and I'm going to be copying my entire superstructure. Give an enter, and I'm going to be moving that down perhaps, where is it? Let's give an undo, and I'm going to be copying again. So let's give a copy, select the building, give an enter, crab, and I'm going to be copying it in line with my foundation 2D. So let's drop that about here for now. Alright, let's give an escape. Now, let me now turn back on the layers that I've just turned off. My A roof, my A slab, my A slab, and those were the layers turned off. Let's click on my screen. Now I have a copy of the building without those layers, because these are all that would be required for my floor plan in a 2D. Now what we're going to do, however, is just like in the foundation plan, we want to give a explode. Sorry, let's give a explode, and I'm going to be exploding the entire building just once. Now that the building has fallen to the floor, or basically it has been converted back into a 2D format, but the sink, the kitchen sink, even though converted into a 2D format, is still elevated. And so to fix that, we'll select on the sink, and from our properties, we'll give it a Z position of 0, which is referring to the height. Once you click back on the screen, the sink would have again fallen back to the floor. Alright, so there we would have had our 2D building. The problem, however, is that if we were to remove, for example, a window from the wall, let's move this window out, we would realize that the wall is still running across where we would want only windows to be displayed. And so to fix that, let me give a undo. To fix that, we have to go through a little process where we will be turning off our wall layer. So let us go to our control, our layers control, and I'm going to be turning off my A wall layer. So let me turn off that layer, and the reason I have done that is so as to have access of every other layer in that building, because I'm going to be hiding those layers. So let me select all those entities, give a right click on your screen, and we're going to isolate objects, and we hide those objects. So hide, and on screen those objects would still be there, it's just that they are now hidden. Alright, I'm going to now go back to my layers manager, and I'm going to be turning back on my wall layer. Alright, now when my wall layer appears or reappears, the spaces for the window would now be visible, just that the other entities would now be missing or not visible. That would give us greater access to remove the window openings, and so to do that, we give another explode. So from our explode, we select the entire building again and give a second explode. Alright, by doing that, we're now able to select and delete our window openings. And so I'm going through and I'm selecting my window openings and I'm removing them. The doors would have already been removed based on where our cutting plane had impacted the building. Alright, my building was cut at a height of 1400 millimeters, and so door openings would have already been removed. I'm now removing all spaces where windows are. Some persons wouldn't really have an issue with them there, but I prefer to know that when I turn off my window layers, those spaces are kept clear. Now I think I have them all. What I'm now going to be doing is to return those layers in terms of my windows and my doors and fixtures. So let me go right click on my screen and I go isolate objects, and then I'm going to end the isolation. The layers that I have hidden are now back, and of such we can now turn off, for example, a window layer. So if we were now to turn off our A-glass layer, for example, we would now realize that the windows are missing, but that the space are also kept clear. Alright, I'm going to be turning on my window layers, and there we would have had our 2D foundation plan and our 2D floor plan. There are certain annotations to be done, however, but we leave that for another tutorial where we will be inserting our stiffeners and completing our floor and foundation plan. So until the next video, that's it for now. Safe drawing, guys.